Hi there, welcome to Prime Time. I'm Paul Orford, and today I'm here with Zoran from Breinrock. And really I wanted to talk about something which is coming up more and more now in our discussions, which is Cyprus banking. Now, just to give you a quick, very brief background of Zoran's background, huge amount of experience in banking, probably best if you check his LinkedIn profile to see more about how impressive it is. But with the subject of Cyprus banking, he was the best man in my Rolodex, shall we speak? To speak to. So welcome, Zoran. Could you give us a brief outline of why this subject is so important now?
Exactly. Let's put it this way. It just happened. We started like 3 summers ago, out of nothing, from the beach, as we say. You know, when I came back to Cyprus, I decided to stay living here full time, not traveling anymore. And clients start calling me with the different issues, different problems they have with the local banks. And that's how we started. Today, 3 years after, we are managing like 500 accounts, B2B, mainly corporate accounts. The turnover of our clients last year was 7.5 billion. In private banking, in assets, we are not big because we don't advise clients to invest money. But the banks we are dealing with are between 200 and 300 million in the assets. And it just started with all the situation that we have in Cyprus, that we are not certain what's going to happen tomorrow to our bank accounts, what's going to happen tomorrow with the Cyprus as a financial hub. As we spoke earlier, I have impression like we are selling corporate services in Cyprus, and you're buying the best holiday resort with the most beautiful beach, but no sea. So this is how it looks like. Like you can have your forex company, you can have your SIF, you can have your license company or any kind of company, but nobody will guarantee that you will have a bank account. And this is the main reason why people are coming here. The one side is taxation, that is pretty much okay comparing to the other European countries. But on the other side, I think that banking is crucially important. And this is where we are now. Like for the last 2 years, we are struggling with the local banks, and we are assisting Cyprus-based customers, businesses, to open accounts somewhere else. So this is what we do.
All right, so really there's not a lot else going on in this country apart from, let's say, the financial system, financial institutions, whether that's forex, banking, etc.
Exactly.
So it really is a key pillar to their economy to get this fixed. So is there any solutions you would kind of give yourself?
Look, now I feel we all live in Cyprus. Yeah, this is our home. And can you imagine, like forex companies or financial institutions, they are not good enough for banks in Cyprus, but they are good enough for banks in Switzerland, in Germany, in Liechtenstein, in UK. So the question is, how comes? What is the difference between the banks in Germany and banks in Cyprus? If you ask me, I think that it would be much easier for a Cypriot bank to manage and monitor and manage the risk of the client that is based in Cyprus. But it's actually opposite. I think that this will end at a certain point. We need to create the strategy, what we want from this island, where we would like to go. What is our objective? What we want to be? Do we want to drill gas, be international hub, or are we going to be fisherman island? And once we decide this, then then it will be much easier to decide. At present, it's really tough. It's really tough. I have to tell you, we have like 50, 60, 70 inquiries per month. So we are a very small office with the 3 people, and I think we are managing more new account openings than most of the banks together here in Cyprus. And this is the tragedy for me. Regardless of our success at work, this is the tragedy for us, for our kids, and for the island tomorrow.
Because if you look at it, there's a huge knowledge base here, very international as well, and it could really take a huge leap forward. Like say, whether they want to stay in forex, look at crypto stroke blockchain technology, whatever. It's up to them now to really push ahead with this. But what do you need for this? You need a solid banking system. It's crazy.
Of course. So this is what you just said is the point. We cannot create the economy. The economy exists. We cannot create the market. Market exists. So let the players on the market create the environment. And the regulator is to control the behavior of the players. The regulator is not here to say, hey, you can have a company, but you cannot have the bank account. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. I mean, why should I then have the company? And it's not happening only to Cyprus. It's happening also to Malta, to Gibraltar, to Baltic states as well. So, I mean, this is the more EU issue than a Cypriot issue. But the question is how we can resolve this. What is the plan? Should we sit down all together with the regulator, banks, large businesses in Cyprus, consultants, lawyers? Should we have open discussion? Let's put it this way. In the last 2 years, the Cypriot banks, they shut down 150 to 200,000 accounts, bank accounts. Of the company they call shelf companies. That means they have no substance, they are registered in other jurisdiction. Okay, that's fine. But let's say how much income they lost from this closing of 200,000 accounts. I don't know, 100 million, 200 million, 300 million euros, only on transactions, on assets, on different fees they're charging, etc. So would it be more wise to sit down before you close these accounts and say, okay guys, we live from international business. Cyprus is living from international business. It doesn't matter if we are selling passports or we are selling licensing forex companies. This is the international business. So is it more wise to sit down and say, okay guys, we cannot manage these accounts in Cyprus because we have a pressure from ECB, we have KYC, we have compliance, we have Basel III, we have whatever we have. Okay, let's open one bank in Bahamas. Let's open one bank, joint bank of Cyprus banks in Bahamas, or let's sell the idea to investors who will open a bank in some other jurisdictions from where they can manage these accounts, and we're going to have a cut of them, and most important, we're going to have our clients happy. I mean, we're going to have our clients happy. And this did not happen because of the vision, because of the fact that we are not sure what we want to be. We would like to be everything, but the bottom line is not to be nothing.
But again, it goes back to the knowledge base where you could have a system where policy or a future plan is made between government, business, and all of the different facets of business, whether it's, like, say, consultants, bankers, accountants, etc., who know, because essentially government don't know how to run a business, hence why they work in a government.
I pretty much agree with you, and I think we have extremely knowledgeable people. From the business point of view, we have probably Cyprus is one of the top corporate service centers in the world. So we have extremely educated lawyers, auditors. Now with this experience working with the banks in UK, in Germany, in Liechtenstein, in Switzerland, I have to tell you that Cypriot bankers are not lacking of any knowledge than the others. They are even more friendly, more customer support than the others. The others, you know, when you open an account in Germany, they see you just as a number. They see you as a number. They manage the risk, they manage the KYC portfolio, and they want to profit. The banker in Cyprus is your friend, and used to be like that. And used to be 10 years ago, your best friends are the bankers. They advise you, should I buy the flat or not to buy a flat? You know, I mean, these have changed, and this is the pity because first, Cyprus is always friendly. It was always friendly environment for business. And we all enjoy now, end of November, we are sitting on plus 25. So this is the advantage that no other places are having, you know. But it's, you know, someone has to pull the trigger. Someone has to start first. I don't know, is it the government or banking association or lawyers that are very powerful and very knowledgeable and they can run the show because it's on their benefit as well. But this thing should be pointed out as a top priority for this government next year, if you ask me.
Well, it's quite peculiar because the president is a lawyer, essentially, and he understands what makes the wheel turn in this country. Why they haven't got a policy in place already is staggering, you know?
Exactly. I think that should be dictated because the central bank is separate from the government, so they're more independent. So it should be within the central bank or within the banking association itself. I think that banks are also suffering. I'm very sure they have high profits on transactions because still they have a huge amount of customers, and still they're oversized based on the size of the island. But it should be done through the central bank or banking association or the union of lawyers or someone more related than president. Because I don't think that Parliament has anything to do with the central bank at this stage. You know, it's on the other side. You know, we live here, and then people are telling me, "Oh, we cannot open an account. There are 2 Americans in the central bank. So what if there are 2 Americans? Take them for gyros." I mean, I don't see what's the problem. And come on, did they try Sheftalia? No. Okay, come on. So I think that if we need international attention on this, then we should organize ourselves and go to the right place. Like we had the money vault control. And as far as I know, money vault control was okay. We are positive. We are fine. But it's not case with Malta, and it's not case with some of the Baltic countries. But Cyprus have passed the money wall. That means now we are in a position to say, yeah, guys, we did what you asked from us. Okay, let's make a business now. I mean, I'll tell you one example. Liechtenstein is 20,000 people population, like this hotel where we are sitting, and they have 57 billion on accounts. Okay, Cyprus has 37 billion on accounts, but they have a deal that 1/3 of the cash goes into the different European products. Is it the Eurobond or fixed income or whatever is the product of the European Central Bank goes as they are sales force of the European Central Bank products.
Right.
So nobody will tell you no when you're pumping money into the products they are creating. So the point is how we will organize ourselves and create the environment that we have. We have extremely big forex companies. We have extremely big corporate service providers. We have good funds. We have excellent fiduciary service. We have extremely knowledgeable people. And for me, this is like you have one of the top Premier League teams suffering in the bottom of the table. So we need to organize.
Spurs syndrome.
Spurs, yeah. Okay, they have Mourinho now, So now the Mr. Special will come.
We need a Cypriot Mourinho then, or something like that.
We need a Cypriot Mourinho, but not to spend 3 billion on the players. we need a Cypriot Klopp, who is fast, who doesn't spend too much money. I mean, spends, but not that much, too much, and who can deliver results. Because you're in a business, I'm in a business. What people want, they want results. They want to deliver, It's fine. I think we live in a beautiful place. This city has been rapidly grown in the last 5 years. Looks like a Las Vegas. So all we need is to organize ourselves and give our best to promote Cyprus because of our kids. Because what we do today is for our kids. If we want our kids to live here and be happy 10 years from now, then we have to do something today.
Well, I think that's the key, isn't it? Where this country is no longer like a transit country where we all come for 5 years and leave, to where people actually put down roots, and then the economic benefits of that are massive, because you are getting a legacy then, rather than come for 5 years, boost the economy slightly with your tax receipts and buying an apartment or renting or whatever, and then you move on because you're constantly having to turn the wheel. But if you get people who live here, it's a different game then.
It's a perfect example. I live in a condo with the 5 flats, and for the last 15 years, it was only 2 of us living permanently. The other 3 are our neighbors who comes for vacation. And in the last 3 years, there are 4 of us living permanently. And only 1 neighbor comes on vacation. So more and more people that have invested here in the real estate and lived here before are choosing Cyprus as a permanent destination. And this is the beauty of life, because you see that place where you're living is growing. People are changing, and then we need to fight for ourselves. I don't know if you lived in Cyprus in 2013 when the crisis was with Marfin. I was not in Cyprus full time at that time. I remember the Marfin happened Thursday morning, so I came Saturday morning to Cyprus for my business trip, and I was expecting demonstrations, several people killed, something will happen, but no, my friends were sitting in a coffee shop drinking frappelaki. So, we lost billions, and we are okay, we are having frappelaki. Oh no, it's a decision from European Union. From what European Union? I mean, we have to create our future, not someone else. Of course, absorbing and having all these rules and regulations that are in place within the ECB zone and within the European Union. But still, I don't think we are fighting enough for ourselves. That's my general opinion on Cyprus banking. If I work from the beach and I'm managing 400 corporate accounts per year, working with the top banks in Germany, in Switzerland, in UK, in Liechtenstein, that means that these banks here should manage 40,000 accounts per year, working with the top businesses anywhere else. So it's, for me, is unfortunate story, because for me it's fine for my business, but it should not be my business. My business should be something else. But still, that's where we are,
All right, cool. Well, let's wrap it up there. Any points go to you on your LinkedIn, I guess, Zoran? Best way to get you?
Yes, exactly. LinkedIn, and also while we are talking about Cyprus bank accounts, because we have a lot of inquiries from clients on daily basis. Most of the clients are sending us their corporate documents. Guys, this is not important. The banks today, they look into your cash flow, from where money comes in, where money goes out. And this is the main thing they care. Now, is the company from Bahamas or Cyprus or Seychelles? This is second point. The most important is the cash flow, so they can do properly AML, they can approve your transactions, because the one thing is having the bank account, and the other thing is having the bank account that you can use, that you can work with. So this is for me more important, to use the account. So yes, since I have a lot of emails coming every day and we spend hours replying on emails, the most important is that just to understand that when you're opening bank account, now the corporate documents doesn't count as the first important thing. What counts is the transactions. Who are your suppliers? Who are your contractors? If you talk about the Forex business, is it the B2B? Who are the processing companies? Who are the PSPs? Are they regulated, not regulated? So this is what the banks are looking. And definitely, I'm very sure if we put things together for the benefit of our place where we live, tomorrow we're going to have back our banking. Plus, of course, that clients will diversify the deposits, and even you have your banking accounts in Cyprus, of course, you will have bank accounts in Germany or Switzerland or any other place, just for you to be safe. That's normal, you know.
All right, cool. Well, look, that's the best information you're going to get from someone who's been at the cutting edge of banking for, 20 years, 25 years? So adhere to what he says, listen to it, and it's worth even contacting him just to get some more information as well. All right, thanks, Zoran.
Thank you, Paul.
Take it easy. See ya. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.